Welcome back, everyone, to another Market Conversations. I'm Jerry Hall, and tonight, Brady and I are extremely thrilled to be able to bring you a Q&A session with the VP of Marketing from Uphold, Michelle O'Connor. Now, I have a ton of your questions loaded in banners here in the software, and we'll get through those. Don't be afraid to put your question in the chat box. We got Brady, the producer extraordinaire. Make sure they'll get them on screen. So without any further ado, and no make-believe graphics or catchy jingles, we're going to get right to tonight's featured guest. Let's welcome Michelle O'Connor. Hi, Michelle.
Hey there. How's it going?
It's going really good. I'm really glad that you could take the time away from your family and spend with us, because truth of the matter is, I think that there are a lot of misconceptions around what Uphold is. I think it gets lumped into the category like all the other exchanges, your Coinbases and Binances and Geminis and this, that, and the other thing. And me being a 2.5-year customer, I know that that couldn't be any farther from the truth. Uphold is a unique online marketplace in this industry, unlike anything that this market has going. I mean, you guys are a unique entity, and I'm curious, do you get much of the same from where you're sitting?
I think a lot of people have a light bulb moment when I'm talking to them, or when they realize everything that Uphold can do. And it really is that aha moment where they realize it's not just a one-stop shop. It's a multi-asset, multi-dimensional, multi-country offering.
I love it. Now, I'm down here in Costa Rica, as you know. Oh, and for those of you in the audience that don't know, I had the good fortune of sitting down with Michelle and doing an interview when I was producing content for the On the Chain network. And I believe that interview is still on the OTC channel in the one-on-one playlist. And that was a very interesting conversation. Really got to learn and understand Michelle and where she was coming from. And I thought tonight would be perfect to just like really dive into Uphold. So let's do, what's like your elevator pitch for if you're talking to somebody about what Uphold is?
Sure. So if you look at what Uphold is, it's a digital money platform, but it's really a wallet that bridges old and new money systems. So especially now in the time of the pandemic, people are using cash less. They're using their cards or, tap pay or contactless more. We're using peer-to-peer solutions. And I don't think that that's going to change. I think we've had a fast track reset on the way that we interact with money. At the same time, there are around the world, there's a financial crisis kind of looming. If you look at what's happening in the United States with our currency debasement, and there's market volatility, there's inflation that's threatening for the first time in, I think, 20, 30 plus years that we're really going to be facing. Nothing like 2008. There's distrust in government issued currencies, also known as fiat. So I think for the first time, consumers are really saying, hey, we want to take the power of our money and our assets and our value and our future in our hands, and not just say, okay, here you go, we're going to put it all in the bank, because inherently banks have shown they're not to be trusted. They charge money. They make billions, if not trillions of dollars on fees. There are millions, if not billions, of people who are unbanked or underbanked. So they're broken, right? Uphold was founded in 2014 to solve for that. We started out mainly focused on crypto and crypto to fiat connections. From there, we expanded to our geography, our crypto to fiat, our crypto to external networks. We were one of the first to really launch full integration with blockchains to enable real world use case of assets beyond just fiat. If you look at how our customers use us today, it's expanded and changed from how when we started. I think it's a natural progression, and it's been great to see it happening. We're also always looking at how we can bring digital assets mainstream and improve legacy finance. So, we have partners like Coil, Brave. We launched a gold product recently. We just upgraded our ACH connectivity to provide instant access to funds. Yeah.
I was going to get to that. I was going to make a big deal out of that, but continue. Carry on.
No, you can still make a big deal out of it. We're really looking to take what legacy finance is now and make it what it should be. Kind of what Facebook, Twitter, Instagram has done for social networking. If you look at what needs to be done for finance, it needs to be globalized. It shouldn't be stuck based on the country you're in or your regional currency. It should be really a global way to transact in whatever currency you want, or asset, or commodity, or protocol, or whatever it is. Who knows? Elon Musk wants to go to Mars and the moon, so we'll see. We'll see what's to come.
Right on. So, hey, Brady, this is a heads up for you. I'm going to go to the banners box so I can no longer see the chat. Let's get into some of these questions, Michelle. This is a big one in the XRP community, especially. Now, this is pertaining to Flare Networks' announcement of what they're going to be doing and how they are going to do a 1-for-1 match with retail XRP holders. So the question is not just for Uphold, but because you're here, how is Uphold going to deal with a quote unquote airdrop for customers that have XRP on your platform?
So it's tricky. That it's something literally we were slacking with the team yesterday and today about it, because this is somewhat new and the timing hasn't really been released yet. Our team hasn't had a chance to dig in and understand what it means, what the airdrop is, beyond just the promise of a 1-to-1. We've supported most forks, even a few contentious ones in the past. This obviously isn't contentious. We're usually pretty quick to communicate about things when they're announced. So I think our community and XRP holders can expect some sort of statement of what the plan is, or when they can expect to know what the plan is in the next probably week or so.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Because I'll tell you, when I became an Uphold member February of 2018, so I'm a card-carrying member since February of 2018, there was a project out of Brazil called Alvlor. And they were doing something very similar to what Flare is doing. And they were promising a 1-to-1. However, it was so detailed. I mean, you literally had to make sure you had all your XRP in one Toast wallet. And then you had to assign a trust line to them so that they could then issue you their Alvor tokens. I didn't want to go through all that rigmarole. I was kind of really new in the space, and I didn't understand the tech behind it. I didn't want to have anybody have anything to do with my Toast wallet. And the truth of the matter is I ended up leaving all my XRP on Uphold, and I just didn't care. I mean, it was like, okay, well, I missed that one. Oh, well. But here, this thing comes along, and this has some real promise if you go through the white paper. And so I would, like my XRP that's sitting on Uphold, I would love to get a 1-for-1 of this new thing, the Spark token. So maybe you could, champion all that for us.
Yeah, we have people far above my pay grade who will do the due diligence on it and make sure that there's a lot of shiny things that come into this space. And we just always want to make sure that at the end of the day, they're shiny and safe.
Right.
So that's paramount. Anything we really do is your money is safe. Our everyone trusts us, right? So, and
Sure.
I think you've been in the community for quite a while. Inherently operating in transparency on the full reserve, we want to make sure that anything we bring into the ecosystem echoes that. So, the team, they aim to have an update of at least an update of when there will be an update, probably within the next week.
Sure. Well, Brad Moyers, who submitted that question, had one other question, and you were kind enough to set up a screen share with the Uphold beta. That Now here's Brad's question. He's like, Uphold, lower your fees, da 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 da. Well, truth of the matter is that and I've been a Binance customer, a BitTrue customer. I am a Coinbase customer, and I've had Uphold. I've had the longest. I will tell you, folks, from a consumer standpoint, this isn't the guy getting paid to market Uphold. Uphold's had 1.4% fee for straight transaction type stuff. They were the first to integrate email to email, Uphold customer to customer email asset for free, no charge, inter exchange swap for no charge. So I don't know exactly where Brad is coming up with that Uphold's fees are so high they need to lower them thing. But I will tell you this, Uphold has been working on something incredible. Michelle, go ahead and I need to do it. I'm going to share your screen. Go ahead and load up that incredible beta thing, and let's walk through this incredible new beta that Uphold is going to have rolled out for us. No fees, no nothing. It keeps you warm on cold nights. In the summer, it brings you chilled margaritas. I mean, this is an incredible piece of technology.
Wouldn't that be great?
Walk through it.
So can you see the wallet now?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, so if you look at this is our new wallet. It's been pushed to everyone. We still call it beta because there's still some improvements to be made. If you see, there's a real-time ticker. This is something that a lot of people ask for. They wanted to see what's happening in the market, what's going on, what's up, what's down. There are notifications here of recent products that are happening. This is our gold that came out two weeks ago. I have a lot of random holdings just because of stuff I do with marketing or things I send to people. So you can see all of my existing assets with cards. But what's cool is if you look at it's the same concept in the mobile app, the from and the to and the transact, right? So if I look, let's see, maybe I'll move. What do I want to do?
I have an idea. Let's move some Bitcoin over to Jerry.
Nice try, Jerry. So if we look at Bitcoin and I want to send, let's say $5 of Bitcoin, this is another improvement we made. A lot of people don't want to have to do the complicated math of how much Bitcoin is in relation to a traditional asset. So if I want to send $5 worth of Bitcoin, I don't want to do the math on it. I just want to say send 5.
Right.
I want to send it to, let's say, my gold
card. Can you send it to me?
Down.
I mean, could you literally have in the send to? Could you have typed my email address, and so
Absolutely.
I can do the same, right?
Yeah. So if you look at it, it tells you exactly what these are. My accounts. There's my bank. I could send it back to the bank, out to a crypto network.
Now you're Michelle at Uphold, right?
Yeah.
Is this wallet connected to Michelle at Uphold?
Yeah. This is one of my wallets.
Okay. Well, here it comes, sister. I'm doing it right now.
This is to send to the crypto networks. You can see all the networks that we have connectivity to. You can send out to any of those. You can send your contacts all preload, the utility tokens, the stable coins. It really goes through anything and everything we have, and in real time gives you those. So if you kind of look at what this is, it's giving you the value of Bitcoin, of what it is now, for the UPXAU. If you preview the trade, this is the rate, and this is how much you're getting.
Oh no, Michelle, it says there are no results matching your criteria. I went Michelle at uphold.com.
Oh, it's my first name dot last name at Uphold.
Okay.
I forgot we updated it.
That could have been disastrous.
Nah.
I could have just sent 50 cents of XRP into the ether.
The team can find it somehow, some way. So you see here, zero commission. We used to do from one asset to another, there was like a base fee, right? And that was how we operated. And really back in January, for those of you that use the mobile app, you've seen this pricing for quite a while. It's the anything to anything concept. You can move anything to anything, and there should be no trading commissions. So instead of a trading commission, we went more to a traditional exchange model of a spread. Now, still, if you look at what our spread is, we're inherently aimed to be 30% lower than some of our direct competition. They might have, a blue colored logo. Comparatively, if you look at us versus them, you get more. We did a test of $100 worth of XRP across Uphold, Coinbase, and Revolut. You got more on Uphold. I think you've probably seen those tweets with the comparison, and then we did a fun play on it with some like gambling type treatment. So really, if you look at it, it's the idea you can go from anything in your wallet, my accounts that I have, my bank account, cryptocurrencies, debit or credit cards, crypto networks, other networks, or to anyone with an email address, I can enter their email and send them money instantly. So as quick as we're on the phone, I
Now,
can email you.
Is the PID stuff coming down the road?
It is. We don't have a timeline on that, but
Okay.
that will be implemented. At some point, we'll make an official announcement for the timeline of when that's going to happen and what's coming.
As well as the unstoppable domain stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. Now, I'm a little upset right now because I'm feeling very untechable. I have tried Michelle.O'Connor@uphold.com. That doesn't work.
Here, tell me your email and I'm going to send it to you. This is just your way to get money. So I'm with you, Jerry. Okay.
Hey, now I'm not being manipulative. Okay, it's YADDY.
Yeah.
999. So it's YADDY 999 at gmail.com. And whatever, now, this is all going to be free, right? So use XRP because it has the lowest transaction fees. Whatever you send me, I'm going to turn around and send you back. This is a great live illustration of how fast not only your tech is, but how extremely fast XRP is. Did you already do it?
I did, yeah. Okay, so wait, you want XRP. So hold on.
Yeah.
I was in Bitcoin.
Oh, that's why it's gonna take forever.
No.
And it's gonna be expensive.
No, because there's no commissions.
Oh, that's a good point. Now, when this happens and I'm in this wallet, I want to see who it came from, right? Obviously. And I'm going to be able to add you to my contacts list, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now, where will I see this? I don't see a recent transactions list or. Show more. No. No. Okay. Where is that part at?
You should receive a notification that says you received.
Would it be a notification on my, because I get notifications on my phone. I bet I bet I got a notification on my email.
Yep. You get notification on your email, but also your phone.
All right. I don't have it in my email yet. I don't see it on my phone. And I don't know what to say. I don't like dead air. So, they have to have an email account, Mike. Mike Shaw asked, can you email anyone funds, or do you need an Uphold account?
No,
it's an internal.
It's anyone with an email address.
No
they
way.
Don't have to have an account. Yeah, dude. Anyone with an email address can get money.
Where does the crypto go if they don't have a crypto wallet? What does it just sit there in the ether until they do get a wallet?
It sits in their Uphold account until.
But if they don't have an Uphold account,
they're told to go create one.
Okay, see, but that was his question. Did you have to have an Uphold account to be able to email? Yes.
For now, yes.
Yes, I cannot email my grandmother 5XRP who does not have an Uphold account and have it do anything except for nothing.
You can, because then she just signs up to claim it.
Oh, you know what? I always thought, now I don't know if you remember when XRPL Labs came out with their tip bot. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course.
I thought that was wonderful. And so one of the things you could do is you could create these little paper wallets, right? And if you didn't carry cash around, it was something that I did for a while. I used it to tip. So I would tip waiters and waitresses these little slips of the XRP tip bot with the tip and the thank you. I pre-printed them. And then on the back were the instructions how to download the TipBot app on their phone and claim the XRP that I gave them.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a brilliant way to incentivize people to act, to do something.
Yeah.
Right on. So this is a great question from Wade. He's in the live audience right now. What are the tax implications of using Baby card, aka using XRP? So if you're using the Uphold debit card and you're using crypto, is everything being routed through that same incredible file or whatever that can be sent to TaxBit and reconciled at the end of the year?
So what's awesome, and also Jerry, check your account because I just got a ping that you got your money. So
okay, let me go to my account.
So we actually have partnered with TaxBit. There's details coming. We have just been so busy that it's kind of like playing catch up on all the announcements. There are tax implications for using the debit card with cryptos. The reason being is regardless of what you spend, as long as it's a crypto, it's either a buy or a sell, right? So this is not tax advice, everyone, but it can be a gain or a loss depending on where the market is and when you spend. So we partnered with TaxBit. Anyone that has used them, the guys are amazing. I was actually their first customer ever. And they saved me on my birthday is April 14th. So the day before tax day, I messaged their co-founder and said, help, I haven't done this and I have to file crypto taxes. We've got a whole plugin that makes it really easy, takes the onus off cardholders. It will provide the tax documentation where there's no need to then go into the cost basis and do all the complicated headache that taxes are. But again, if it's crypto taxes, those change all the time, right? So every year it's a different requirement, different specs. So the TaxBit team has that well in hand, and that's why we partnered with them for the debit card holders.
Excellent. And bang. What? A verification? Oh, duh.
Code.
Yeah, the old two-factor authentication. Okay.
Yeah, the bad actors really take the fun out of stuff.
This is good. I'm really glad that this is happening. 119. Oops. Boy, I am slow and old. However, we get it done.
There's no age in crypto.
And now they're saying that isn't the correct code. Great. Oh, because I used the BitTrue one. Okay, don't do that.
Well.
All right, there we go.
So now, see, what's cool is I can send to you and you can send to me, but we're already Uphold users.
Right.
If, for example, the TipBot, which TipBot integrated with us, a couple months ago, it's the same where, especially with the pandemic, a lot of small businesses are having to take credit and debit card payments, and the merchant fees there are exorbitant, especially for a small business that has, like a small margin anyway. A lot of places now that I'm going, if I know they're a small business specifically and they're taking a card hesitantly, I will suggest that they sign up for Uphold and show them not only can they see something in real time, they don't risk chargebacks, and there's no merchant fees. So that has been really cool. A lot of the places around me now accept Uphold. And it's fun to see it growing, and I'll see a little logo or I'll see a pop up, or then I'll hear them explaining it to people. So that's been an upside of the pandemic is I'm growth hacking my local small businesses on Uphold.
Sure. Why not? It's beneficial to them and it's beneficial to you. Let's pop into I got a couple of quickies here. This question comes from Jerry Hall in Costa Rica. Growth month over month for 2020.
So 2020 has been insane. We literally, I've been here over 5 years and we've never been this busy.
Okay, good.
If you look at from January until June, we signed up over 1 million customers.
Yay. Now, how many of those are outside the US?
I don't have that number, but we're in 180 countries. So while our biggest footprint is in the US, it's not.
Of course.
It's probably a little bit over 50% in the US. We're growing exponentially in Latin America, especially with equities. That was really
that was huge.
A product that came to the market and showed us not only the appetite, but the potential for growth. Mm-hmm. UK has been really big. I think some of our competitors had some mega missteps lately, and they were planning to launch there and they didn't, or they launched and they didn't launch well. So we're kind of tried and true there and looking there. We have the debit card coming for Europe and the UK. So that'll, hopefully be as well received as it has here. So lots of growth.
No, I think that's great. I can tell you that I am personally responsible for 7 new accounts in Costa Rica.
Look at that. Well, we have a referral program that keeps getting pushed down the roadmap, much to my own personal chagrin, because I would have loved to see that years ago. So hopefully our product team is listening, and if the sooner we can get the referral program, the better it will be for everybody.
Well, I think that's great, and there's something to be said about incentives, but I'm here to tell you, and I've sent you a document on this. I honestly believe that an entire community could be formed around, this kind of stuff: education, live meetups, social media presence, the interaction, as well as creating like an archive or library of, whether they be blogs or video blogs or what have you, how-tos and things of that nature in multiple languages. It's like I just had the editor from Cointelegraph on, Christina, and it's a normal kind of crypto publication, but one of the things I thought was really cool about it is that they do 12 languages.
Yep.
And that to me speaks to a global movement. And so your push into Latin America, I'm a big advocate for, because I believe Latin America needs access to tools so that they can take advantage of the same processes that have kept the US so wealthy for so long. But I'm going to dive into this topic real quick. This question, this comes from a friend of mine, Nick Black. He's got channel called Crypto and Coffee. He's under the assumption that all these exchanges, and
we do not,
that you sell data and you front run trades. Can you unequivocally deny that Uphold does any of that behavior?
We 100% do not. So much so that we've been the partner of Brave since 2014, 2015. Everyone knows that their privacy and dedication to privacy is paramount, pretty much above all to date. So much so that it leaves me a little hamstrung at time with how much I can market and retarget people, because I can't do a lot of it because they're privacy focused. So that goes against pretty much our core ethos. Some of our competitors do that, and it feels disingenuous to the space. Even though we're centralized by what we offer, that doesn't mean that it should be a data marketplace. That's something we don't do. And we're very forthcoming. Even the annoying pop-ups that you have to click before you go to the website, like, we're collecting cookies, or, GDPR has this whole thing. California has another thing. We have a entire InfoSec data privacy team that I have usually very friendly conversations and sometimes contentious about what I'm trying to accomplish from a marketing perspective and what we have to stick to from not only a legal perspective, but also from a mission and pillar statement for Uphold.
Excellent. No, and I didn't think that you did, but I wanted to publicly, for the record, I wanted it to be put out there, because I think there are a lot of people that make a lot of assumptions, and there isn't a clear, definitive answer for them. So in lieu of no answer, something that sounds plausible could be plausible. Thank you for addressing that. Brady, I'll get to that in a second. I have all that coming up. Let's share my screen for a second. This is one of the factors that I thought was so incredible about Uphold, and this is their transparency. Okay. Now, I've typed in XRP up here. I think I did.
Yeah, you did, because it's showing XRP.
Okay. So check this out, folks. This is showing that Uphold has 100.1% of all their customer reserves backed up in money sitting in bank accounts. Now, Michelle, am I correct in thinking that these millions of dollars of XRP are distributed over many banks and are covered with FDIC insurance?
Not entirely. So because we're a global company, for risk reasons, for security reasons, for run-on bank reasons, and a multitude of other issues, we're distributed globally. Not everything is in fiat. What we do hold, if you scroll down,
and we're going to,
you can see in tier 1 USD. Our holdings in USD are in FDIC insured banks. So
Gotcha.
Anything that we hold in USD is USD. Anything that you hold in your USD account has FDIC pass through. So that's kind of where it is. We have secure wallet partners where funds are all, we're distributed quite a bit to ensure that we don't have a situation where it's one stop shop, so to speak. And again, that's out of the practice of security.
No, I think that is great. This particular transparency page, folks, can be found at uphold.com/en/transparency. And it's a great little web page. So it goes into talk about your assets that you have here, the metals and minerals. You've got the tier 1 assets, which are the currencies. You've got tier 2, which is another set of currencies, maybe not your most popular ones or the most widely used around the planet. Then we go down in these tier 3. These are your coins that you can do anything with. So when I buy it, I can, and we'll get to that in a second. Then we got down here these tier 4s. Now, I happen to have purchased a bunch of Cardano on your platform. It's sitting there on my Cardano card. I have a question relating to this. When Shelly starts the staking rewards, which are going to happen within the next 10 days or so, is Uphold participating in that? And will I receive a piece of the staking rewards?
I don't have an answer for that. I would need to ask
Fair
our
enough.
team.
Fair enough. When will you allow me to take my Cardano off the exchange so I can put it in my Daedalus wallet and stake it?
We don't have that on the roadmap anytime soon. Anything that's tier 4 is more either it's a little bit less liquidity or not, an air quote easy integration, usually not an ERC20, right, or not a blockchain that we already have.
Right.
So
exactly.
there's kind of a number of reasons why these are tier 4. It's usually enough of our community has said, hey, we want to buy this. We say, okay, cool. We'll put it on in a tier 4. So they have access to it. They can hold it. But the integration lift to actually take it to a tier 3 is a multifaceted review. Is
Okay.
it what does it take for our team? What's the liquidity? What's the risk? Who are the team behind it? And what's the demand?
Sure. No, I totally get that. Let's spend a couple minutes and talk about tier 3.
Yeah.
This is incredible, folks. I just got an email yesterday. Now, keep in mind, here, I'll tell you the story because it's actually very funny. I've gotten so conditioned to playing the whole ACH waiting game that I actually went to Uphold and purchased $2,000 worth of various assets, knowing full well that it was going to take you a day to get to my bank, and then it was going to take, that the money that I had coming would get there eventually and everything would be fine. I did this at 6 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning that same day. I get an email from Uphold. Jerry, we're proud to announce instant ACH. And I saw 7 purchases in a row completed. And I thought to myself, oh my God, the one time I get caught not having the actual money in my bank account at that specific second. Because I got so used to playing that game with you guys. I know It's going to take you 24, 48 hours to even get to my bank, let alone put a claim on the money in my account. So anyway, folks, instant ACH. So in other words, the purchases that I made that morning were a credit. I didn't have any waiting processing time. They said, okay, here are your assets. Now, I know for a new person, they have to wait. But I'm going to establish.
So no, they actually don't.
Oh, they don't?
That's where if anyone follows me or Uphold on Twitter, it's been a day. The communications I've said this on Twitter and I'll say it again. The communications were a little confusing or complicated. Anyone who has an Uphold account that connects ACH will instantly be able to trade that money. Where it changes as far as if you're an established customer versus a new customer, established customers have 3 days and then they can do whatever they want to take the money off. Inherently, from the minute you click send, the money's in your account. You can trade it however you want. You can move it around, you can buy, you can sell, you can, whatever you want to do within the wallet, anyone can do instantaneously.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant. Okay, and it's the 3-day waiting period before I can actually take it and put it in a Legend NOS.
Exactly.
Or send it to Binance to buy something that you don't carry.
Yeah. So the reason behind that is ACH is broken. There's so much fraud. I mean, we have teams upon teams trying to mitigate the fraud that we deal with day in, day out. We'll identify a pattern and 3 more. It's like whack-a-mole. It sucks.
Okay, gotcha.
As a company, we never want to. I don't want to put a cooldown, right? I'm the one that has to deal with the Twitter and the marketing. I know it's going to upset people. I think our messaging was a little convoluted or confusing today. So essentially, what it means for everyone is anyone who has ACH the money settles in your account instantly. You can trade, you can buy, you can do whatever you want. This
as
was
long
because
as you stay within the Uphold wallet.
exactly, and this was
That's the
because
important distinction.
yeah, we saw the market is moving again. There's more interest, and we said, hey, there has to be a way to improve this for our customers. How do we do that so they can take advantage of ups or downs, and they're not locked watching things go up or down and just cursing Uphold. So essentially, what we do is for existing users, everyone should have got a push notification and an email if you receive our marketing promotions. If not, log into your app and you'll see that the cooldown has been removed if you're an established customer. If you're a new customer, there are rolling reviews where you'll get a push notification and a trigger once you've hit certain compliance parameters that my compliance team has said I cannot discuss. So, bummer, but
wait a second. You have compliance rules that you can't disclose?
Yeah, I can't tell you what are reasons for when we trigger and lift, because the bad actors will just.
No, I understand that.
Yeah,
I thought I was coming from a different place. Okay.
No, I can't give them the map or else they'll follow the map, right? Because bad actors are all over.
Sure. No, I get that.
So essentially, there's a 65-day cooldown for newer customers, and that's to mitigate fraud. Because if we didn't find a way to mitigate fraud, our fees would have to go up, because as a company, we can't just keep taking on that risk ourselves. So we did the 65-day cooldown for newer customers. It's a bummer. We don't want to do it. We're continuing to working. Mark, I'm sorry, but I saw you got it fixed. So hopefully that works. We're always working to try and improve. This isn't hopefully a permanent solution. It's a solve for the problem near term until we can find a long-term solution.
No, completely get that. I completely get that. Here's a question that comes up, and I'm sure that you've addressed this on Twitter. I may have missed it. This is from CS Cookie. He's specific. I'll just tell you his question.
I know what CS Cookie
wants. Get casino coin. Well, let's ask this broader question. What is the process for adding a new token or a coin to Uphold?
So there's kind of a couple different ways that we ask. Our CEO is very active on Twitter, especially social. There's a Slack channel internally where everyone sees all of the tweets that come in. So all of the casino coin community, we see you. We all see all your tweets. And same with other requests for tokens. There's a history that we have of listening to our community and listing what they ask for. As long as there's a legitimate party behind it, it makes sense. We can fit it on the roadmap, and there's enough use, right? So we have a listing committee that reviews different projects, what their liquidity is, what their team is, what our legal input is, that we have all these things in place of what we can do. Our roadmap now is so, as you've seen, I mean, every week we're launching 1, 2, 3 different things. To launch something that's a completely new currency right now. Not that it's not prioritized, it just would have to move something that's internal to improving the core of Uphold down the roadmap. So I think while we're talking to people at the Casino Coin team, I don't know where it is on the roadmap now to tell the community expect it here, or yes, we've confirmed we're listing it. So it's a hot topic internally. Everyone sees all of the tweets and videos that come through. It's just a matter of if legal approves it, if there's liquidity, if we reach different agreements, and if we can find space on our ever overflowing roadmap.
No, I understand. You're busy. I get that. And matter of fact, I think it's really good when you combine the growth of the overall industry and the fact that you're showing direct results from new wallet, I don't want to say acquisition, creation, new customer acquisition, that you'll be able to expand your teams and get more good people so that you can continue to grow with the space. Because obviously, if you don't, then unfortunately, like one of the great things that I'll just get to this. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling my words. One of the differentiators for me for Uphold has always been the fact that whether you can do something or not do something, you respond to the community. I think that is incredible. You have continued to evolve and integrate new things and make the service better. The fact that you took on the XRP tip bot, you didn't have to do that. You guys did that. I thought that was an incredible nod to the community. And the fact that even when volumes get really high, you guys don't go down, and your competitor in the US, every time there is any real movement in the market, Coinbase takes a big dump. And you guys don't. So that tells me you have back-end processes to handle what's coming, because it's coming. They're coming, Michelle. They're going to come, and they're going to come in droves.
Yeah, I don't agree. Oh, thanks, James.
You don't agree?
No, I said I agree. Our team is, I joke that Uphold or really crypto doesn't have a time zone, because our team is all over the world, and it'll be really early my time or really late someone else's time. Our CTO was just slacking about something not that long ago, and he's 8 or 9 hours ahead. Mm-hmm. So we're always on because we care, but at the same time, there are processes in place. So when the market's moving, we're on it, but we also just test, right? And don't try to bite off more than we can chew, so to speak. We've always been consistent in what we can do and building a good product versus trying to be everything all the time. And I think that's what's served us and our community.
No, I agree. You guys have never overpromised and underdelivered.
Good. I'm happy to hear it.
In my opinion. And I mean, I've only been in this space for 2+ years, but you've never overpromised and underdelivered. As a matter of fact, it's kind of the opposite. You know what I mean? It's like, I want Uphold to tell me they're going to do more, but I'm happy the fact that you guys keep it close to the vest, and the things you can do. Your transparency page is excellent. There's nobody else does that. Nope. Nobody else does anything like that except for maybe Ripple in their markets report, where they talk about how much XRP they sold, whether it be programmatic or OTC or what have you. Mm-hmm. That kind of transparency in a world where we know monetary policy sucks. It's just horrible for the economy. Banks don't even need to have deposit reserves anymore. The 10% reserves they used to have to hold, they don't have to hold anymore.
Exactly.
And so when you think about, well, what if money gets tight and you really need it? Well, we remember history told us there were runs on the banks. We saw what happened recently not recently, but several years ago in Cyprus when there was a run on the bank. They just shut the thing down. Now, one of the elements that I can find on that transparency page is that that's not even possible. There cannot be a run on Uphold because it's 100% of what we own you've secured in assets, whether they be gold, dollars, euros, or whatever.
Yeah, we've always operated on a full reserve model out of the idea that fractional banking inherently is broken. 2008 showed us that unequivocally. So we've always operated on a full reserve. The reserve page is updated in real time, so anyone, anytime can see obligations and holdings across any of the assets.
Thank you. I applaud you for that. You're the only folks in the business doing that. I think there are exchanges out there that it would be darn right shameful if they actually exposed those numbers.
Yeah.
People go, what?
Yep.
They don't have any idea how exposed they are to the risk. Anyway, let's get into this question from James Rule. He asked earlier in a direct message to me on Twitter, and then was kind enough to come onto the stream tonight. I saw he left a comment with this question: when will equities be available in the U.S.? Is that something beyond you that you're waiting for? Is that an internal process that you're trying to work out for Uphold?
I would love to say I have a date for it. As much as it seems backward that we launched U.S. equities outside of the U.S. before inside of the U.S., there are a lot of legal processes and regulations and approvals and tape that you have to go through that make it more challenging to launch here. I can say that it's something we're focused on. We have seen tremendous success with equities outside of the U.S. That's a different customer base, really.
Big time difference.
Yeah, as soon as we can bring it here, we will. It's actually one of my OKRs is to grow equities. So I don't like failing. So I'm personally invested to make sure that equities does well. So as soon as I have any hint of a date or when we can, I will make sure that we let our existing customers know, but hopefully make a little splashy announcement because I think it'll be exciting.
Sure. Well, let's talk about something that is very heavily weighted for the U.S. customer with Uphold, and that is the partnership or relationship that you have with TaxBit.
Yep.
This, folks, if you're not hip to this or aware, pay close attention. Michelle, walk us through Uphold's relationship with TaxBit and some of the incredible functionality that TaxBit's partnership with you affords your customers.
Sure. So there's actually a much bigger integration coming. But right now, what it looks like is TaxBit, you can easily plug into via OAuth, like you do with a lot of our other partners, where if you're in your Uphold account, you just click through the App Center, you authorize TaxBit. They are able to pull your transaction history, and then they will provide you with the tax reporting documents to file yourself or provide to your tax professional. What takes it a step further is they integrate with quite a few other of our competitors, as well as some other exchanges. So it can really be your one-stop.
Did I lose you? Oh, no. We lost sound, Michelle. So I thought that was incredible, and I'll just fill some air here. So during the Mr. B Juan Pablo interview, they talked about some iterations of this TaxBit relationship moving forward, that it would actually allow smart use of funds. So for instance, let's say you have the Uphold card, the debit card, and you have the app on your phone, and you're going to make a purchase. Maybe it's maybe you're going to buy $100 new patio chair or something. And you're going to the app and you want to see what the best asset you have in your wallet is to pay for this lawn chair, right? This patio chair. And it'll tell you, hey, for tax purposes, this, using the Ethereum would be better than using the XRP right now. How freaking cool is that? Smart, literally smart money. Smart money. I think this is a phenomenal integration. And I also believe it goes to answer a question that we had early in the stream about the card. If you're using the card, obviously everything you do with Uphold is being tracked. No, that's not even the proper terminology. There's a record, and you can integrate those records through TaxBit to your tax situation. Therefore, anything you're doing with your card is no different than any purchases or sales you do of assets on the exchange. It's all connected together. And so at the end of the year, you go to do your taxes. Everything you were doing on your card is now encapsulated with the same data with everything you did on the exchange. This makes it very, very easy for the tax preparer to go ahead and fill out your taxes properly. How cool is that? Now, I'm not clear, because I'm not a tax attorney, on the advantages or disadvantages of using crypto versus this or selling this or these capital gain, or I don't know any of those rules. But I can tell you from an accounting standpoint, just being able to have the data crisp and clean and ready to go in one source for your tax preparer is wonderful, whether it's your CPA tax attorney or the dude at H&R Block. Having that stuff ready to go is so friggin' cool. I'm going to check Twitter real quick, folks, so keep yourself occupied for a second and see if Michelle sent me a message about having any. Oh, her power went out. She lost power in San Francisco. Well, folks, here's my question. Is there one amongst you that would like to come in and fill in for the next 10, 15 minutes? Special guest, bat and clean up on the Market Conversation live stream? If so, give us your email and we'll send you a link and you can join us in studio for the last 10, 15 minutes of the show. Until that happens, I'm going to bring in Brady. Brady, I'm not sure which one to bring in. Can you bring yourself in, Brady, or do I need to do it?
This one.
All right. Talk to me, Brady. What'd you think about Michelle? What'd you think about the show? What do you think about this incredible audience we have in the live stream? Geez, there was so much activity.
I am as excited as a kid in a candy store with no line, and I'm just going to go get what I want to eat, get my candy, come home, and veg out, because it's almost like common sense has come back to finance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, why wouldn't you have 100.1% of your customers' deposits in your possession? Yeah, it's like a pawn shop, but maybe even better. So it just seems like a no-brainer that this is where finance is headed, because now that we know if people are telling the truth or not, we can tell it publicly for very low cost, very quickly. As Nick says, now that it's free to move money, what do? And now you have to tell the truth. Because if you can't tell someone 100% beyond a reasonable doubt, whatever, that something's going to happen, they're not going to pay you. But if you can convince them, hey, trust me, look, we'll do this. Let's make this work. If that payment's instant, there's going to be, I don't know how much more liquidity going back and forth and in and out of services, not exchange, but services like Uphold that, sure, they're into crypto, but they're also into kind of remittances in a way. So it's kind of like
they got the currencies, they got the precious metals, they got the equities. They know what they're doing. It's a wallet.
Yeah,
they're not a wallet. So use it. Use the wallet. I use my wallet every day almost. I wish I could learn not to. Hey, Mark, I'm going to take a stab at.
All right.
Question for Michelle. I know Michelle lost her power, so she doesn't look like she's going to be able to make it back. What does the future hold for Link2 integration? Well, I can tell you what I do know for a fact, having listened to two separate interviews from one from JP Thoreau, the CEO of Uphold, and the Miguel Valles interview. They are going to have you're going to be able to use your Uphold wallet. So it doesn't matter if it's the gold, the Argentine peso, a cryptocurrency, or whatever, a stable coin. You'll be able to use your wallet in Uphold to purchase your SVPs or whatever those are called from Link2. But obviously, you're going to have to be an accredited investor. So you're going to have the Link2 app. You're going to have to get accredited. You're going to have to link your Link2 app to your Uphold wallet. Bada bing, bada boom. Mark, I hope that answered your question. Did we get anybody, Brady, come in to say, hey, I want to be on the show?
No, and now that I'm perfect segue into, so you mentioned anyone you wanted to be on the show.
Yeah, did somebody want to be on the show? No?
Well, so put it this way. I think I'm trying to see how can we figure out if people, it seems like the technological capabilities or what we need someone to do technologically is going to have to be easy enough for anyone to figure out. If you call in and you can get a microphone on here, will it work, or do you have to do the video? So I think if I don't want to say we need to set the bar somewhere, but I think in order to get a responsive audience, not that everyone isn't dying to come on and tell us everything of what they think, in order to figure out how to get people interested in coming on stage, do we have to pay them? I don't know. We may have to open a
No,
smart
we're not going to
contract.
be doing any paying. So I want to answer Jim. Jim, I'm not trying to be rude. Please, I don't understand what you want me to say. So you open up with love Jerry, but hello, inaccessibility is all the problem. I'm assuming that's what prob means. Problem. His wife is able to purchase BTCs rarely easy on her Cash app. Okay. And then reply to me. I don't have Cash App, so I don't know anything about it. But I've been an Uphold and Coinbase customer as well as Binance and BitTrue for 2.5 years. And I go to Uphold, I decide the current, the asset that I want. I press buy, bam, it's mine. They've just introduced zero waiting. So the ACH is instant. That's not true on Coinbase. That's not true anywhere else. So, if Cash App is working for you, I think that's wonderful. I'm not really sure what Cash App is. But I do know what Uphold is. It's an online marketplace, and I've enjoyed it. I will continue to shout and praise it until it shits the bed. And when it shits the bed, trust me, I will be the first guy to tell you, hey, Uphold shit in the bed. Because I'm not beholden to any of these guys for anything. You know what I mean? I can just tell you the truth. Brady will tell you the truth. There's many of us that'll tell you the truth. But I think that Michelle and the questions that were brought from the audience tonight, I think really did a great job of illustrating some of what we would call differentiators, the things that would tell you, hey, this is really good or this isn't.
Uh-huh.
I should do a video on how to join the live stream. Okay,
this is kind of what I was. Yeah.
Somebody screenshot it right now. This is what it looks like. Put your email address in the chat. Brady will copy it.
Let me see if I can
send you he'll send you a link to the studio in your email. You press it. This is a web-based software, so you don't need downloaded software like Zoom or Skype or anything like that. You just press the link through your browser. It brings you right into the studio, and you're live in market conversations.
It is a very intuitive thing. It kind of asks your device if it can connect to the microphone and the video. Obviously, we want to see you in your bright and yes.
Now, Corey, I waited this whole show, Jerry. Corey, what did you wait for? Because I think your questions were the very, very, very first questions I asked Michelle when we started the show. Am I wrong?
Should we go find a banner?
I got the banners right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Brad Moyers. Corey, I apologize because I mistook you for Brad, and that is my fault.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it did say Brad.
Now, Corey had some questions in my video today. Let me go to them, and I'll just read them off because I'm pretty sure I know the answers. All right. So, question number 2, which you would think question number 1 is going to be. Here we go. Uphold just partnered with Link2 and integrated their crypto wallet with Link2's system, and now you can buy pre-share IPOs if you're an accredited investor. My question is, are they going to lower the limits of an accredited? Well, Corey, I answered your question. Here, I'll just read it to you. This was my response to your post in my video. I've heard that the OCC has asked the SEC to consider revising those guidelines. So, Link2 doesn't have any control over the SEC. However, the OCC does have a little bit of influence. So we'll see if the SEC will revise the guidelines as requested to lower the requirements of becoming an accredited investor. Now, here's Corey's second question. And again, Corey, I'm sorry I mistook you for Brad. Question number 2. In Canada, we have a registered crypto exchange called BitBuy. It only allows you to buy and sell 7 coins total, but is insured 1-to-1 through Knox Security. What type of insurances does Uphold have, and are they close to what BitBuy has done? Well, Corey, I hope you're still watching. I am going to add this to the screen. I am going to go to the top of it. This is their transparency page, Uphold's transparency page. Corey, if you're there, type in an asset, because this is XRP. I have it on XRP. Is he still with us?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, there's a lag. I forgot. Lag means lag. Okay. All right, Corey, what asset do you want to know about how secure it is? Okay, XRP. So, Corey, check this out. If you're looking at this page, if you see it says, this is the XRP, by the way, reserve status. In other words, 100.1% of every dollar of XRP that their clients have on their platform is backed by 100.1% money tucked into banks around the world. Michelle explained this to us. This is not insurance, but it sure in the hell is pretty safe relative to some hot wallet somewhere.
It's like everyone put all their shells and cowrie beads and cattle and silver coins and all their global monies into one digital depository. I don't know, because some things you can take delivery on, some things you can't, but some things you physically can't, but you digitally can. So they've really done a good job at kind of introducing people into okay, this is money, but it's kind of a new level of money. So you've got more than one option. It's not just global fiats. You now have gold. So I'm sure people are going to go through a experience that's going to leave obviously a preferable aftermath. No, the aftertaste. There you go. Aftertaste in your mouth of satisfaction, because it's like everything we've seen, all the numbers we've looked at, how they've marketed and conducted and upheld the community for the past 5 years is a direct reflection of where they are, and it's success is only going to make them better. So it's like, oop, there they go. There they go with the truth.
So Jim here, I'm not really sure what this means. I know Jim was the person whose wife uses the Cash App to buy Bitcoin. Jim's saying the day I sent it, it was like $25 in Bitcoin. No, $2,500 in Bitcoin. $2,500 in Bitcoin in $2,500 and XRP. You mean like $2,500 of Bitcoin and $2,500 of XRP? And I got rejected over one little small. Rejected over one little small. I don't have to do that with Cash App. Is through Apple, and you link it. Jim, if you have found a way for you to acquire your digital assets that meets your goals and you're comfortable with, then I say right on, because that is what it's all about. Everybody's going to have a different user experience, and they're going to, I've gravitated to the things that I like. They may not be the things that you like. That doesn't mean that you and I can't hang out on a live stream and enjoy each other and learn from each other and experience this incredible, innovation, this revolution that's happening. But I don't know anything about Cash App, so I really can't speak to it. If it's working for you, I say that's wonderful. I'm really, really happy. Bill, is Uphold going to allow staking for rewards? No. So I suggest, Bill, send me all your Cardano. I'll stake it for you. I'll send you a check in the mail. No, I'm just kidding. No, because they don't have there are tier 4. It was called tier 4, right? The tier 4 products are brand new. So what they basically are doing is they're giving you a placeholder for it at the price that you established the day you bought it. It's kind of like going in and buying a brand new car that isn't in the showroom yet, but you've locked in the price, the color, everything, all the details. So you own the car. It just hasn't arrived at the dealership yet. Brady, you think that's a good illustration?
Yeah. Yes.
Coffee time with Cindy got Uphold set up in a few minutes. I was able to buy my first crypto. That's not it. You and I are doing things at the same time.
I'll put my thumbs away.
Yeah, I was able to buy my first crypto, not available on. Whoa. Still confused about PayID. PayID and Unstoppable domains are coming, not fully integrated yet. Coffee time with Cindy. PayID, I don't think the only place I know you can do a PayID right now is through BitHub. And you gotta fund a wallet with 20 XRP to get a Coffee time with Cindy $ BitHub. Isn't that the PayID thing? It's the $.
If my memory serves me correct,
I believe it is. And the Unstoppable domains is .crypto. Unstoppable domains is really easy. Coffee time with Cindy to really set up your Unstoppable domains, you have to have an Ethereum wallet first. Everything off of that is built off this Ethereum wallet. And then once you have your Ethereum wallet loaded into your whatever domain name you purchased, then you can start adding additional wallets. But until you get that initial Ethereum wallet locked in to the Coffee time with Cindy .crypto, until you get the Ethereum wallet in there, none of the other subsequent wallets are going to work. I tried to do that with an XRP wallet, a Cardano wallet, and I kept going, wait a second, why are none of these wallets sticking? Well, you got to
go through Ethereum.
You have to put the ETH wallet in first, lock that sucker down, and then you can add additional wallets. So I learned that the hard way.
It's the Lego you never like using.
All right. So Wade asks a question. When is Jerry Coin launching? Wade, I'm waiting for your check in the mail, brother. My number one investor in the Jerry Coin project has not sent the check yet. So many new projects, hard to break. Okay. So, Vito, Cindy, I had trouble. Okay, hang on. I think we're good. You think we're good, Brady? We're at time.
Yeah.
Do you have a final thought? We'll close this sucker
down. Always be ready to adapt. Follow the truth. I mean, it's like if you are on Twitter and you're concerning yourself with people that can lie or be crafty in how they tell, if you're not sure if someone's telling you the truth or not, think about it. If you're communicating with someone like Michelle on Twitter with a company like Uphold, they kind of have a really strong interest in telling you the truth. Hang out with people like that. Hang out, look for services. If you want to try a service, figure out, hey, do they have an account? How responsive are they? Because going down this crypto trail, I'm starting to hear questions that I don't have answers for, and I put it in a pile of, okay, you need to go research that later to go figure out, make sure you have an answer for it the next time you get asked. That pile is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As I'm realizing there's a lot of things happening right now, and it's going fast. And I would say if you don't have a lot of time to go look at everyone and figure out everyone's point of view and synthesize it yourself, see if you can find people that you think are telling the truth and hang out with them. Yeah, sure, it's the internet, and anyone could be, their cat's dog in the basement and uncle's whoever. But Jerry's got a camera. I think I've had my camera on. We're here because we know we're going into a future of if you don't trust the people you're talking to, you might as well, not have Wi-Fi and not have internet for a month, because you're not talking to anyone that's going to want to talk crypto as much as we do. So you have the tools to make a lot of money, but you got to find people to trust to figure out, hey, how do we try and keep it? And as Nick says, how do we not give it back?
There you go. There you go.
That's my
So
thought.
Brett Cooper asks, XDCE, I'll be honest, Brett, I know so little about it that I could, I don't have anything to say. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. But I do want to have my closing thoughts. They're going out to you, Mr. Chris Carr. Does anyone have experience with Credit Earn? Uphold is partnered with them. Yes, they are. So Credit Earn is very similar to your Nexos and your Celsius of the world. They're a third-party platform that will hold your assets collateralized for either A, interest being paid because you're loaning it out or they're loaning it out to somebody, or you collateralize a loan from them for whatever loan to value ratio your collateral is worth. Now, I was going to do a cred thing just because I wanted to. Unfortunately, my U.S. residence is in the state of California, and they don't cover California. So they don't cover all 50 states. Matter of fact, you can't get Uphold in New York, period. Am I right, Brady? No Uphold in New York?
Nope. I had it. I think I had it. Yep. They took it away.
It's like Asian XRP. Oh. and before the stream digresses into a locker room banter with racial slurs and all kinds of other crap getting thrown around, Brady from New York, Jerry from Costa Rica, and from you, the world, tuning in tonight, we say thank you very much. We're very grateful for your participation in this channel. And until next week, stay safe and pura vida. Ciao, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.